The Chinese are taking over Jamaica.
So Wagwan Jamaica. So hello everyone, I hope that you are all doing well. So guys, if it's your first time coming across my video, feel free to share, comment, and also don't forget to smash that subscribe button. So guys, I've come across a certain video. It's all about these Chinese businessmen and women doing their business in Jamaica. So guys, watch the Jamaican reaction toward this. They feel like the Chinese are coming to take all over Jamaica. So guys, watch this video till the end, then I'll be back with some comments. Stay tuned guys.
As a Jamaican, this is very alarming and this is troubling. Listen, I want to explain. Full disclaimer. The Chinese people and the Indians, they are some smart and savvy business people that know how to do business, and they are very great at providing stellar, top-class premier customer service. Something that Jamaicans don't have any idea of doing, at least most. Because a lot of time, people, we go to Jamaican businesses and we go do business, and when you go there, it seems like we are begging to be served by our own Jamaicans. So in that regard, the Chinese and the Indians and other foreign people, they know how to conduct business, and they know how to provide customer service to make sure we are served as customers. So that's a full disclaimer. Big up the Chinese them in that regard. But my point is, the reason why this is alarming is because all of the big businesses in most of Jamaica right now are going to be taken over by Chinese. Because majority of places right now are running by the Chinese people, Indian people, foreign people. And again, what is due to Caesar, give it to Caesar. They are business minded and they know how to conduct business. But may I tell you, in the next couple of years, might as well you name Jamaica Chinese town. Because may I tell you, everywhere is taken over by Chinese, specifically, and other foreign people, but specifically Chinese. For big example, when I used to go to Linstead, back in the day, like 15, 20 years ago, all of the businesses were controlled and run by Jamaicans on both streets, left and right. And surprise, surprise, the last 2, 3, 5, 7 years, those businesses and the business places are shut down and are now reopened by Chinese successfully. So right now you go to Linstead, majority, 90% of the businesses are controlled by the Chinese. But guess what? Or guess what the Jamaicans are owning and controlling? The market. In terms of where you go to get local produce. You know, the iglas and the people that sell, you know, yam, banana, cocoa, carrot, whatever. I give credit as well, because without those iglas, a lot of people wouldn't get fresh food. So we have to give that credit to them. But it is alarming that the big businesses are not run and controlled by Jamaicans. It is by Chinese and other foreign people. The Jamaicans now are running as iglas and as vendors on the local bottom of the barrel. There's nothing wrong with that, don't get me wrong. But the big businesses are not controlled by us. So we are not very business minded, it seems. I don't know. But the Chinese and other race of people have figured it out based on my observations. Yo, the next couple of years, brethren, you might as well call Jamaica the new Chinese town. Remember me tell you that. But I digress. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Oh, one more thing. Anyhow, the Chinese men were quote unquote swaggerific and know how to deal with Jamaican woman on a romantic level. Remember me tell you say, most Chinese man would have gone with Jamaican woman. Remember me tell you, because they are very business minded. But they don't care about Jamaican woman romantically. If they did have the mindset of a Jamaican man in terms of relationship, you would have seen some mixed Chinese pitted on a Jamaica so till your head spin. But I digress. We are talking about Chinese taking over the business and everything that we Jamaicans should control. But business as usual, it is what it is. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Reason we are reason. Of the season, good over evil. Big Voice Radio in the building. Let me know what you think in the comment section. It like, follow the movement. Big up on yourself.
Perception that is carried by some with interest that somehow Jamaica is being overrun by Chinese interests. It may shock you to know that even with this loan from China, Jamaica's debt to China is approximately 4.5% of our total debt. What we owe to China is minuscule relative to what we owe to the rest of the world and international agencies. So unlike those who would want to create a false impression about Jamaica and our international development relationship with China, it is false. Jamaica has taken a strategic approach to develop its infrastructure, and we partner with those who want to help us, and we are willing to partner with all countries in the world that come genuinely to assist our development.
Is being paid to the region.
At least one political commentator believes Jamaica will have to keep dancing between the raindrops when it comes to its relationship between China and the United States. China has been integral to Jamaica's development, with Chinese companies such as China Harbour Engineering Company (CHEC) responsible for major infrastructure projects like the Southern Coastal Highway, which links Kingston and St. Thomas, and the $45 billion Spark program being rolled out. However, there has been growing tension between China and the United States. That matter was put to U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio on Wednesday during his official visit to Jamaica.
What problems, if any, does America have with China's investment in Jamaica?
Our problem with is not investment. Okay? Our problem is predatory practices. That's what we're concerned about. What we have seen all over the world is that China comes in and says, here's a bunch of money for a project they never build. They bring their own workers to do the work. They don't hire the locals. They bring their own workers. And oftentimes it comes attached with a huge loan that can never be repaid, and now they hold it over your head forever. That's our concern. Our concern is unfair practices, too, where they come in, they're government-subsidized companies, underbid everybody because they're subsidized, but then they come back and charge you whatever they want because now they've got the contract. So these are the things that we remain very concerned about. Again, not specifically about Jamaica, but in general.
And the response from the Secretary of State indicates that at this point in time, Jamaica has not offended the United States and has not been an enabler of these kinds of negative practices by China. I'm pleased with that, and I also want for that to be the case going forward. What this means is that Jamaica's engagement with China going forward must be such that we don't allow China to exploit, to expropriate Jamaica's benefits rather to themselves to the detriment of Jamaica.
Commentator Jermaine Barrett there, who adds that Jamaica has to be careful it does not offend the U.S.
And that is how it is that small island developing states like Jamaica must respond and engage with the world, particularly recognizing that there are strong powers in the world that could put the squeeze on us. So I think that is a pivotal point that we have to be considerate of, and just continue to dance between the raindrops and see to it that Jamaica's best interest is served, that Jamaica can be friends of China and America, despite the fact that neither country are friends of each other.
So welcome guys. I hope that you have watched the video till the end and you have seen that there is some percentage of Jamaica that feels like these Chinese are going to take all over Jamaica. So business these Chinese have came to Jamaica and they are doing, I think they are doing good job. They own big mechanics, they own big industry, but in the other hand, there is this small Jamaican who are trying like to, they have opened their business, so it's like a competition, no. But the sad thing is that these Chinese don't pay for tax, you know. The Jamaican government has allowed these Chinese to not pay for tax. So these other Jamaican businessmen and women, you cannot be competing with someone who's not paying for tax. You are struggling to work hard, you open a business, but there is somebody who is working free and is not paying tax. And what these Chinese have done is that, you know, these people are very like brave. They sell their things at lower prices, you know, and it is very bad because these other Jamaicans, when they try to compete, it will be very hard because these Chinese, they sell their things at a cheaper price, a little cheaper than the other Jamaica. So it's going to be a stiff competition for the Jamaican because you cannot compete with someone who is not paying for tax, and the same person is selling his thing at a cheaper price. So many Jamaicans, businessmen and women, they are struggling a lot because the competition is stiff. Let me say that the competition is stiff and it leads to a lot of things. It leads to many things because these Jamaicans have tried their best. You know, Jamaicans have been to their first Hurricane Melissa. Some are trying like to at least to rise up again, and they try starting up some business, but there's this Chinese. Yes, they are doing good job. They help in development, but we're looking in both sides, guys. In the other side, they are doing good job because they have opened big industries. Their things are cheap, but guys, when you look on the other side, our fellow Jamaicans are really, our fellow businessmen and women from Jamaicans are really going through a lot because these Chinese are selling their things at a cheaper price. And the other thing, guys, is that I don't know why us black people, we like buying things from people from other land, people from other nation. We like supporting them. We need to support our own, you know. Many people they trust things from foreigners, you know. Maybe your neighbor is selling certain things and there's a foreigner selling certain things. So you see many people want to buy things from foreigners, and we should be supporting our own. You have seen even now, you have seen that like here where I live in Africa, where I live in Kenya, guys, we have farmers who grow rice, but our government is buying rice from other countries. Like we are not supporting each other. We should try to support our brothers and sisters. And when I read some of the comments from the Jamaican, I was shocked too. I was surprised that some Jamaicans are saying that these Chinese, they are good with them. They feel like they should continue with their good works, but they have not weighed the two sides. They are not weighing on the businessmen and women in Jamaicans and then on the Chinese. On the businessmen in Jamaicans, they are really struggling because these Chinese, they are creating a lot of competition. These Chinese, their competition is very stiff. They have good and they have open big industry. And the bad thing is that some, like a good percentage, they are not developing Jamaican. They only they make money from Jamaican and they develop their motherland, they develop their Chinese land. When they get this money, they develop their Chinese land. So I think those people who are saying like the Chinese should continue in Jamaica, it's a good act, but I think those are the people who maybe are being employed by these Chinese. Maybe they are working for these Chinese, but they forget that these Chinese, some, like a high percentage of these Chinese, when they get money from Jamaicans, most of them, they go back and they develop their own Chinese land. So guys, we need to weigh this thing on the Chinese side and on our business side, on our business Jamaican men and women who are trying at least to come up and earn a living. And the funny thing is that these people who are supporting these Chinese, these are people who are traveling abroad, like USA, Germany. They're traveling abroad because Jamaica now, it has stiff competition. When you try to open business, it is very stiff. So these people who are supporting these Chinese, it's funny because most of them, they are the ones that they are applying visas to go abroad to work there and earn a living. So guys, you can tell me in the comment section, do you think these Chinese are helpful, or they are just making money and building their own, or we should give our Jamaican businessmen, men and women, support by promoting their businesses? So guys, if it's your first time coming across my video, feel free to share, comment, and also don't forget to smash that subscribe button. And for the returning one, guys, I want to appreciate you for the love and support. So guys, stay safe, meet you in my next video. One love. Stay tuned, guys.